What?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the prizes
This match only to find out some match actually no prize out there.
I'm salty.
Hi guys, SBK invited Soul back to commentate. Apparently we have a heads up for third place because I think both Moca and MFlo have the same number of wins and losses. But Moca wins in terms of game difference. MFlo won in the heads up, so we decided that to only be fair, the both of them are going to play each other again in another first victory. MFlo got like the commentary, yeah. That's why he's famous for. We all love him for that. They should have probably delayed a little bit, waited for his Aquaman to turn around before he put the TV. Oh, MFlo missing that. That's a back 1-2 down 3 into the slash. The slash hasn't come out again. But this is really, really tricky. MFlo's favorite mix-up is to knock you down and then do the meterburn slash, which is really, really ambiguous. You're not sure whether it's...
You just hold down the block.
Yeah, you just hold down the block. A lot of people don't realize that, you see. But then again,
it's really dumb.
After I held down against him...
No, it's good because it forces people not to wake up.
Correct.
Because you can't do a wake up against the setup.
Because of the armor, right?
You just hold down and you get the Punisher for free.
But the recovery is not...
Oh, yeah, it's punishable. You need to press really fast. It's got really little block stun. Oh, it's just like that, I don't like it. It's got really little block stun.
I realized that even now, right, after they nerfed they added more frames to the recovery of the dive kick, even the really, really low dive kick is still very hard to punish. Especially if you don't have really good range.
It's hard to punish if you're not watching for it.
Yeah.
But because the block stun is so low, you have to react fast.
Correct.
So if the block stun is so low, you have to press immediately and then you get a punish.
It's easy for characters like I think maybe Aquaman can just down 2 and hit him. But a lot of other characters with shorter pokes, it's going to be difficult, and it's pretty hard to, like you said, if you're not looking out for it, it's pretty hard to do a command move to punish on reversal, right?
Yep.
And the thing about it is that I'm not sure whether you can say it's scrubby play or Yomi, but because nobody's expecting the drop kick, right? The dive kick, right? The block dive kick. I'm just doing it. Yeah, I'm just jumping back with my trade on, and then suddenly like, okay, I'm going in. Either that or if I see you jumping, I'll dive kick, definitely. Because even if I trade, you need the dive kick and possibly the trade as well.
And the ops, right?
Yeah.
No, but see, I'm used to Doomsday, you can jump up and you can get a full punish.
Yeah.
Because of the hitbox of the splash.
Correct.
So I was trying to hit that with a jump 1 with flash, it wasn't working. I had to jump back. I should have jumped backwards.
What if you jump neutral?
No, I was jumping neutral and I was missing. You're going behind me.
Okay. Yeah, that's the good thing about Black Adam. Yeah. The reason why I feel that he's still playable. His jump neutral too. His jump 2 is still really, really good.
Still one of the best moves.
In terms of the hitbox. Because it's ambiguous, and at the same time, it hits really, really low. So even when you are doing your charge, or like played a set against MFlo this morning, right? He tried to do a slash and he just neutral jump, and upon his recovery, hit him with the jump 2 and combo.
The jump 2 hitbox. Just hit, right?
It's really, really good.
I'm salty. This is like the last tournament, and
during our league,
I couldn't step up. That sucks.
Well, the league, I watched the matches again, and I feel that it's not so much my good play, but more of your own mistakes. Yeah, because you were 5-3 ahead, right?
Yeah.
And then you let me take 4 straight.
I choked.
Yeah.
I choked.
You can see towards the last few matches, a lot of decisions you made were very out character. So I think it's just, you didn't lose to me, you mean you lost to yourself.
Oh, that's a problem. It feels like no matter what the game is, I can't grab that brass ring because I always lose myself.
Yeah, I think clutch is actually a very big problem for a lot of players.
Clutch, you need to be clutch. That's during the vanilla days, quite a lot of us were hanging just below the top players because we were early adopters of the game. We got pretty good. We got to be the guys who beat up people in the arcade. But we were never at the top. We never hit the top because we never developed the clutch The clutch
Yeah,
mentality. Yeah.
We are very momentum based.
Yeah.
You know, I believe there was this previous tournament where you're competing with Jonna, and you did mention that, you know, I'm a very momentum based player, which I admit, yes. You know, the moment I get in your head, that's when I have a chance to win. But the moment I just mind fuck myself, basically like, tell myself, like, oh no, I can't do it, and I can't beat this matchup, that's when I start to lose. But then again,
it's the moment you get angry.
yeah, the moment you get angry, it's like you're just not thinking straight anymore. But I guess gone are those days mainly because for me, I think right now when I'm playing SF casually, right, as opposed to like, you know, we used to be in the arcade like 3-4 days a week.
Yeah.
Right now I'm playing.
You got really angry and you lost because you're down here 3-4 days a week.
Yeah,
you just lost to somebody that you never even seen around before. What's up with that? Yeah.
Yeah, but whereas now it's like I'm at a stage where I only game once a week. You know, one night a week. And
you have to make that matter. You have to make it count.
No, most of the time I don't even play Street Fighter. Yeah. But it's probably reached a point in my life where I still love gaming, but I think the reason why I got better was mainly due to the fact that I don't care if I win or lose. You know, I just want to play. Might be due to, I don't know, you know, life taking over, due to marriage or whatsoever, other responsibilities coming in. You just want to enjoy whatever time you have left, you know, before
you really can't.
No, you have to really say goodbye to gaming.
I think once you have kids, that's when it's really it gets really tough.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that gave up gaming completely because of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess for me, it's like every single moment that's left, whether win or lose, I just want to have fun.
Yep.
And it kind of takes a lot of pressure off. I still get stressed out, you know, like tough matches, but it doesn't matter as much anymore. You don't have that kind of I don't know, not like the kind of chip on your shoulder where you feel that, oh, you know, like you say, I'm putting in so much time and effort into this game, I should be where I want to be.
There,
yeah, I should be there, you know. But right now it's like, oh, I'm just a casual player. So if I win, I win. If I don't, I had fun.
And when you're at that stage, then a lot of the skills that you develop along the way, that's when they really kick in subconsciously. That's when they can, you know, they can really far away. Sorry, that's when they can
really stand out.
Yeah, that's when they can
flourish.
come to play in the fullest. I can't believe I had to use Chinese to express myself. That is the first. But I mean, that is when you can really.
That's when you know you hang out with Chusan too much.
Oh my god. I used Chinese to express myself for the first time in my life. I cannot believe I cannot find English words to express this.
Yeah, I think it's really, really true because right now.
Okay, that's when the skills that you have picked up subconsciously get to shine.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I'm an old school player. I play Out Fighting, Fatal Fury, Super Turbo. Yeah. So your basics in these games are really, really important. So for me right now, because I don't have the time to go learn all the setups and all the frames and everything, so I play on a really, really basic level, which involves mainly like mind games as well as spacing. So I guess it works because.
Well, that's basically why you won in the last game, because I was trying to bulldoze you with Flash's mix-ups. I was thinking about what you're doing, but not enough. Definitely not enough. Otherwise, I would have punished a hell of a lot more dive kicks.
Yeah.
I didn't punish a single one. I wasn't even watching for the dive kicks. So that is probably my problem, which is that I have an idea on how to beat somebody based on how I beat them before. And when I get scared, I stick to that plan. It worked before, it should work again.
It's like a comfort zone.
Yeah, it's comfort zone. So I go to that comfort zone because I feel that it's safe.
Okay, good game by Moca. I think it's quite sad that we're here talking about our own stuff. We're supposed to be commentating about your match. So sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We just had a huge match. I'm still heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. But I'm trying to. I'm heartbroken. No, I'm heartbroken. But I'm trying to make it mean something. So I'm trying to learn a lesson from this, which is that when things are really high stakes. I mean, look, this is a freaking 6-man tournament. It's supposed to be an easy tournament. There's no audience, but there are prizes online. There are medals online. There is a
certain amount of pride.
No, that's that
online.
one word. That's victory. That's being able to walk out of the tournament and saying you won. It's as simple as that. Which is that, you know what? We might not ever play this game again, but at least I won. So there's that. And for me, at least, that was in my heart. So I held that in my heart, and I thought, I was able to bulldoze you when you didn't know Flash, and I thought I could go back to that. I ran into a comfort zone. I got stressed in an environment where I should not have been stressed out. Okay.
No, I think that's the key problem, is it?
Yeah.
Because it just snowballs. Like you said, you are in that comfort zone.
Yeah.
You probably know from the way that the difficulty I had blocking in the initial stages, right?
Yeah.
Probably how comfortable or how knowledgeable I am about the matchup.
Yeah.
So that was basically that comfort zone you fell into,
Yeah.
and then it was easy for you to abuse the high load. But then in the later stages, you could see me blocking
No, you kept on blocking high, and I told
Yeah.
myself I had to go low, but I just never had the opportunity to do so.
precisely.
You kept on blocking low, but I never found opportunity. And as I kept on focusing on that, as I fixated on whether to make you block high or low, I
was
missed
whittling
everything
your
else.
help
Yeah, I
away.
missed everything else. I didn't punish dive kicks. I didn't phase through interactables. All the stuff that should have been I should have been thinking about along with whether to mix you up. You get what I mean? I missed all of that. So the moral of the story is that when things are high stakes, you don't worry about stakes. You focus solely on what your opponent is doing.
Correct.
And that is how we go to sleep tonight, kids. That is what we're allowed
Think
to
of the here and now.
think of your think of
Don't
your
live in the
opponent.
past.
No, always think about the opponent. Don't think about the consequences. Never think about the consequences. You always think about what your opponent is doing. If you and like it's like what you did. You were there, and you knew that I was gonna come in, so you just waited and switched on your trade at the right time. You didn't go for any desperate YOLO. I'm gonna switch my trade on and dash forward. Yeah, you didn't do
Because
that.
you
So,
had to come to me.
Yeah, you knew I had to come, and that was fast. You managed to punish an elbow dash, which is fast. So that was awesome.
Yeah, it's just pressing one button, so it's easy.
Yeah. It's a really fast.
I think it's that is also the main reason why I feel that like recently we've been playing a lot of JoJo. That's the main reason why I think I'm strong at the game as well. It's just basics. You know, I thought MFlo, I thought Spore, Kenneth, Chua, the game in one day, in one afternoon yesterday, and they're at a pretty decent level now.
Okay.
I think, like I said, it's a very basic game.
Okay.
So when you're playing a 30 frames per second game with no real difficult inputs, and I mean, unless you talk about like advanced combos or whatever, then a lot of it is how to open your opponent up. So it's your spacing, your footsies, your Yomi, mind games. And like I said, that's why I think I'm pretty strong in the game. Because
No.
I rely solely on these tools. There was a point of time where I was very reliant on, like SF4, there's this setup,
Yeah.
this unblockable.
That's
so,
the kind of player I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
lapped
what
so
I'm
much with Cody to a point where I just got so sick of the game because you kind of feel that after you win, not taking any away from the top players, but after you win, you kind of feel that you didn't win, signs won.
Breaking it down.
Yeah, breaking down the signs of the
Being
game
the
won.
better at breaking it down.
Yeah, but it doesn't really have. You don't really feel that a lot of it is your own innate talent. It's more of hard work. To be fair, a lot of people can actually take this game, grind in the lab, spend a lot of time on it, and get really good. I mean, of course, you need an extra something like Daigo to be at the top, but to get really, really good, to know the signs of the game. And I don't have that kind of time or comfort, so I just rely on what I'm comfortable with. So we have some ladies from the
Yeah,
crowd
I mean that's the point
trying
of
out the
this
game.
event. We want people to just come in and try. So we have the two lovely ladies. Give me this game a try now.
the one on the left is a dude. Then
How many people are sitting? No, three
Three.
people sitting. Yeah, so I said two lovely ladies.
you said three,
I
right?
said two lovely ladies.
Okay, two lovely ladies.
I said two lovely ladies.
Yeah, the guy.
I can't count.
Yeah. As you can see, the back, the venue is pretty empty because all the Dota tournaments have ended.
It's 11:35.
Yeah, it's 11:35 in Singapore, and we'll be back here again tomorrow from 10 a.m.
So tomorrow the whole day is going to be Blast Blue.
Blast Blue will be from 3 p.m.
Okay.
We'll run it for as long as we have to
Okay.
on the stream. And then, of course, for the remaining setups, we'll have casual play for the crowd. And then we'll try to mingle with the crowd because there are a lot of other gamers here, whether PC gamers or card gamers. Like they actually have like the Pokemon people are here for Pokemon card games. Hearthstone people are here, Dota. I think there's LOL as well.
And that's the point of this event, right? To get people to try fighting games. Correct.
Correct.
We're out here.
It's not just to try fighting games, but to get them to try gaming.
Yeah, to try gaming.
On the whole. But Dota, I would say it's not something that someone will just walk in and sit down and just try a game.
Yeah, I mean, for one, it's a team game. For one, it's a team game. That already puts a bit of entry level on it. You need to be able to work with other people.
Correct. And you need to be knowledgeable about the game.
Yeah.
Very
There's so many characters.
So I guess fighting games are good in the aspect where people can come in, sit down, just wiggle the sticks around and have some fun.
It's just what they say about Othello. It's a day to learn, a lifetime to master. That's the great thing about fighting games.
Yeah. So, yep. And then, of course, on Sunday, we will be starting our Street Fighter and Marvel pools from, I believe, from 11 AM.
Yep.
Or maybe even as I don't think 10 AM, 11 AM.
We need to check out the schedule.
Yep, there'll be 4 pools.
I thought it was 12 actually. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not sure.
There'll be 4 pools for Street Fighter, I think 2 for Marvel. And then we will adjourn for JoJo at about 3 or 4 PM.
Okay.
Finish JoJo, and then go on to top 8 for SF and Marvel.
Okay, and so for SF, we have lots of Singapore's top players here. We have Gag, we have Leslie.
Yes, Tommy, Dixon,
All of Singapore's
DC and
top
Koji.
players.
These are some of the top players that sign up.
Yep.
So we hope to see some high-level matches. And I heard from, it's not official yet, but there might be a chance that all the grand finals will be played on the
big stage.
Yep, because there's only one finals match on Sunday for Dota.
Okay.
So they might be able to give us the stage.
You might have
for
that
grand finals.
esports presentation, baby.
Yeah. So I guess it'd be really cool at an esports event to have a fighting game being played on the main stage.
Well, I mean, we've done it before lots of times, but here at an event where the whole point is to bring in the general crowd, it's always great to have such a huge profile to show to the world.
And it's, I guess for fighting games, it's the kind of game that, you can just be a total layman, not know anything about fighting games.
Yeah.
Stand there, look at what's going on the screen,
Yeah.
and be able to see who's winning or losing.
Exactly. No, it's like that famous sentence that my fiance said to me when she saw me play. Why can't you block? She didn't know anything about the game, but
Precisely.
she knew I was getting hit. She knew I was getting mixed up, and she asked me that simple question. And it was a legit question. It was a legit question.
Yeah, when I tied it at 5-5, she asked, why didn't you block? And when I won it at 7-5, she said, you're not blocking. So I think, shout out to Elaine, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, she was watching all the way. She probably would have had a heart attack if I won. So I did it for her. I lost for her. And today I also lost for her because she wasn't here to watch me win. Yeah, so excuses for the win. Yeah.
I think, always great to have a #1 fan by your side. Yeah, she's a really cool girl. You guys should meet her.
I want to win for her one day. So I hope I take today's loss. I hope I learn from it. It's really important, no matter what the stakes are, to always focus on your opponent. I think that's something that's easy to say. It's really, really hard to do. And it separates the clutch players from those players who will never be top players.
Yeah, I think like what Max said the other day when they played casuals at my place. Personally, I feel that Sakura is a tough matchup for DJ. Like I play DJ, right? So apparently I've been beating Mock for a very, very long time. And he was telling me that he kind of figured out the matchup. So we played a 1-5, and I won 5-0. So Max gave him a piece of advice, which I think is very true. He said sometimes you can't play the matchup, you have to play the player.
Yep.
So a lot of times I was actually punishing his bad habits and anticipating what he's going to do in certain scenarios. That was how I managed to win. So I think it's actually very useful advice.
There's something that Xian said recently in an interview, which is that he feels that you have to work really, 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 really hard to get the top. But once you get the top, he doesn't have to train that much. And I think it's something to do with getting technically proficient, but also having reached that mindset where you can make the most out of your technically proficient skills. And it's a bit like achieving nirvana, you get what I mean? No offense to all the Buddhists out there. It's a bit like achieving, a sort of enlightenment about how to play the game, about the right way to think about it. And that is why I will always love fighting games, because I think there's something deeply philosophical about putting two people down there and each having to try to figure out what's the best way to punch the other person in the face. I really think so. I think that is deeply philosophical. I love that about fighting games. And I will always love fighting games because of that. I don't have to worry about a team. I'm not a team player. I'm sorry. I don't have to worry about.
I just have to worry about me.
Yeah, I just have to worry about me, and that is the most important thing. I just have to worry about me and my opponent, and the match should only be as good as me and my opponent take it. Yeah. That is the one thing I really value on.
That's
for
very
fighting
true.
games,
I think.
So
Well, I think basically pay no attention to the loss. You know, think ahead, and even if nobody else is playing this game, I will still play.
Thank you.
I will give you a rematch, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, and I mean if we can make it to any overseas tournaments next year, it would be great because next year would actually mark my 20th year as a serious fighting game player. The first fighting game I played very seriously was KF94. That was when I could stand in the arcade and say that I'm the best, come beat me.
You know,
And then 5 seconds later, you can't.
you know what? I was playing fighting games since I was a young boy.
Mhm.
But the only time I could say I was a serious fighting gamer, somebody who was the guy beating other people rather than the guy who was losing to Simon all day, that was KOFXI. So that would have been 2002, 2003, 2004.
So this is your 10th year, your 10th anniversary.
10th anniversary, yeah. Somebody who would stand in the arcade and take on challenges and get a win streak. So I have 10 more years to go. I hope when I have 20 years like you, I will still love fighting games. I really hope so.
It's been a huge part of my life, not just because of, I mean, I don't base much importance on winning against any opponent.
Yeah.
It's more of beating myself. Like I set this target for myself, say I have to be at this level, this standard, because of the effort I put in, the time I put into the game. And once I think that, you know, that level could just be like maybe outside of the top 50 in Singapore, but that's what I'm comfortable with, that's good enough. You see? And the key reason why I love fighting games so much is because most of the dear people, my dearest friends in my life are people that I've met in the arcade. Like all these people, like this fat guy over here. Stand in front of the TV, please. Stand in front of the TV, please. Yeah.
I love this man.
Hey, see, that's a real life Doraemon.
This is one of the coolest people in the fighting game community. Hong Man Heng,
Chris Hong, MFlo.
He's always there for the community.
Singapores best roles player in SF.
Yep.
Best Catwoman in Singapore, or only Catwoman in Singapore.
Rose also only one.
Jinx.
I never lose a mirror match, no. Never.
But yeah, that's the thing. Fighting games put you beside a person. You're not, unless your name is Chusan, you're not playing most of the time online behind the screen where you don't meet somebody.
Correct.
That's the other thing about them, and they allow you to meet, they allow you to network, they allow you to build a community. That's special.
And the biggest thing of all is like, you know, like I used to be in banking, right? So if we compare like different grades of banking, like maybe the entry level, the personal bankers, and then at the highest level, maybe some of the private bankers, they will not be servicing the same clientele, the same level of clientele. But this is a game where, you know, like the Evo champion is in Singapore. Any random average Joe can walk into a shop, sit down and play a game as equals. Maybe not in the game, but as equals, as equal opponents. You know? Not beat him, but still have fun. So I think that's a very big thing that a lot of other games don't have. You know, there are some games that have a tendency to be a bit more elitist. And while we sometimes have that problem in fighting games, I don't think it's a really big issue locally. You know, we have top players hanging out with very average players or people that don't even play the game. So it's not a big deal. The status doesn't matter, you know?
That was the great thing about arcades. You could sit down and with 50 cents you could challenge the very best. You could lose, you would probably lose, but the fact is that there was a kind of democracy in the fact that with 50 cents you could take on whoever you wanted to take on. You didn't have to have a golden card, you didn't have to get a platinum title. You just had to sit down, put your money in and prove yourself.
Nobody's looking at your rank, you know, or your social status or anything. Anybody can just walk in, put in a token of 50 cents, tap your card, whatever, sit down and have the same amount of fun.
Which is what Ultra David was saying about it's one of the great things about fighting games. It's very socially diverse, probably the most socially diverse of competitive games. Yep.
Definitely, yes. So, well, it's actually pretty late. A lot of the people have left the venue. There are still some people playing casuals. But we should probably say goodnight for now.
Yep.
And then we'll be back again. Paul won't be around tomorrow, but we'll be back again on stream on Sunday.
Yep.
I think probably if we can, we'll squeeze in commentary for maybe a couple of Marvel or Street Fighter matches.
Marvel, Street Fighter, whatever. All the games down there will be here for you guys.
Okay, so we hope you guys will tune in tomorrow for BlazBlue and Sunday for Street Fighter, Marvel, as well as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay, GE2013, 1 out of 3 days, finish, done. See
All right.
you guys.
All right,
Bye.
good night.